students who missed Thursday, November 5th, and a Newsela article that we did in class together. So to get to Newsela, which is what you need to do, you need to go through Clever, and then you press the Newsela button. It will probably ask you to sign in through Google, so go ahead and do that. And then once you're online, you should be able to see the assignment here, but if not, you can click your binder, and it will show the assignment. This is the assignment here. Analysis counting the vote is the article, okay? So what I'm going to do, you can have the article read to you. So what I'm going to do here, show you where that is. So once you open the assignment, you do have the option to click read aloud. Okay, so that gives you an idea what it sounds like. Once you have listened to the article, I want you to click the activities button and then click the quiz. Okay, so I'm going to read the quiz to you now because that's one thing it doesn't read aloud to you. Okay, it says read the following selections from the section absentee ballots take a while to count. It wants to know which sentence from the selection explains why absentee ballots take a while to count. Mail-in voting is not new. Many people vote by mail every election. These votes take longer to count. There is more to do. Workers must open them and see that the signature matches the one saved by the state. So which sentence from that selection explains or tells us why these absentee ballots take a while to count? So the absentee ballots are the ones that are mailed in, okay? So why are absentee ballots, why did they take a long time to count? A, is it the sentence mail-in voting is not new? Does that talk about counting ballots? B, many people vote by mail every election. Is that explaining why mail-in ballots take a while to count? C, these votes take longer to count. Is this explaining why they take longer to count? Or D, workers must open them and see that the signature matches the one saved by the state. Again, the question is, which sentence explains why absentee ballots take a long time to count? Or I can say it a different way. Which sentence from the selection explains why mail-in ballots take a while to count? Which one explains why? A, mail-in voting's not new. B, many people vote by mail. C, these votes take longer to count. Or D, workers must open them and see that the signature matches the one saved by the state. Number 2, which question is answered in the section provisional ballots have to be counted? Which question is answered? So if I go back to provisional ballots have to be counted, it says some voters will use a provisional ballot. This is a vote that needs more checking. One example is if you go to vote and they do not have your correct address. Another is if you got a mailed ballot but went to vote in person. Most states use provisional ballots for these cases. These votes are put aside. They are held until workers check that you did not vote earlier. They do not check on election night. Big states can have many of these to check, okay? Which question is answered in this section? Is it A, is mail-in voting new? B, when are provisional ballots used? C, when do states do their own canvassing? Or D, how can voters fix problems on their mail votes? Number 3, which section from the article gives information about how campaigns teams can challenge the results? Is it at A, the introduction? So is it at the very beginning of the article? Is it B, voters can fix errors or mistakes on their ballots? Is it C, canvassing comes next? Or is it D, campaigns can sue over the results? So which section from the article gives information about how campaigns teams can challenge the results? A, the introduction. B, voters can fix errors on their ballots. C, canvassing comes next. Or D, campaigns can sue over the results. Our final question. If readers are looking for information on when lawmakers in Congress approve results, which section should they read? A, absentee ballots take a while to count. B, voters can fix errors or mistakes on their ballots. C, provisional ballots have to be counted. Or D, then the votes get certified. Make sure that you submit your quiz so that I can get your grade for it. Okay, thank you.